aboa nyumekui ena esu emu ya kasebo yi emu na ye mampani na nadodan kokufo ado akasa we eyesema de bremative nsem ni bi wo se wo hwe se de wasomo man be yemfi nwotwe ni a na djuma ba ko akaye kese pa ayese so ye ene afia bato
na Guinea of Gulf of Guinea mpanifo aye nhyiamu e wo Jubilee House wo mo de wo mo nhyiamu etoso nsia ena ahyehye so
ene ebedi nkomo ye koto aba amanyofo nsem on beka no etisen na nsen a mampani abedi akire ekọ work ewo akwapem na owura branchampon enya akwan kasa na osa kasa bi se tumi no okwan bi on befa so a on beji tumi no on befa so na ensansemi akoso akọ nyo no nko a amanjuko ahodo mienu ni nyina kasa de fodi bisa se sansemi enkonkofo ye ni bi emma anase eka ane ye kan keke yebedi hu nkomo
na okujato ablakwa akasa wase ambulance nsensema spare parts nsensema ye de 3.4 million ekwa akotua no waka se akufo ado nana adodankwa wonyai
esebi kan edebram sakasebo bidin de agya kwabena mene
nana ekia kobi
Afrika sebo ne munsam nie mampani na nadodankwa akufo ado o man no tubi so mesom ye no ene na mu a fie nwotwe kwa na wi anesa na ne somo da tudwa ne se obesom Ghana be ye fie enso kwa nwotwe mu ni no wafa ho ya ne otan ne abasobo ne mahudo bebre mu kukuru hwe ase nyina wagina mu pinti na djuma kese ba kwa kana nim obeye na wada ne omane de amaye no aye afi abato.
This is the last time I'm going to preside over this ceremony. I will willingly step down as president on 7th January. And I do so because I'll be in good company, that of Jerry John Rawlings and John Ajekum Kufuor, who in the Fourth Republic have been privileged by the people of Ghana to serve 2 terms as President of the Republic. It has been the greatest honor of my life to have served as President not once but twice, and I have done my best, especially in steering the ship of state through the deeply troubled times of the COVID-19 pandemic and its aftermath. It's been a very difficult time, but I believe most of us can see that we are now turning the corner and returning our economy back to normalcy and revive growth. The growth that made our economy one of the fastest growing economies in the world in the years prior to the outbreak of the COVID pandemic. We did it in the past, we will do it again. The last challenge, the last major challenge for me is to preside over peaceful and fair elections in December. And that is a commitment that with the help of all Ghanaians, I intend to realize. The people of Ghana deserve no less than to be given the best atmosphere in which to choose freely their next president and parliament. I intend to ensure that our reputation as the beacon of democracy and stability in Africa and the world is maintained.
Na openi kwantre for ema Gulf of Guinea Commission ene wo mu hia mu ewo Jubilee House na owura wodi omanimu no Jose Amba Ambeso na ene wo kasa ne wo kedi na ne se ebra so se yensuo ho bambo ne yede hyehye ho se ne be ya asumdue ene entawantawa ne ntokwa no ensi se ne be ya nso a wo mu man ewo nsuo no wo mu benya asumdue.
It is important to note that in 2023, only 3 countries pay their contribution. That means Angola, Ghana, and Equatorial Guinea. So far in 2024, only Angola has paid its contribution. We will lack a permanent headquarters and a director of finance. However, persistent threats such as piracy and environmental degradation require our constant attention. We need to strengthen our cooperation and adopt common policy to respond effectively to these challenges. Since our last summit, we have also made significant progress. The Commission has launched several initiatives to strengthen maritime security, reduce piracy, and fight illegal fishing. Persistent threats such as piracy and environmental degradation require our constant attention. We need to strengthen our cooperation and adopt common policy. We respond effectively to this challenge. In the future, we plan to launch a new initiative to promote the sustainable management of our maritime security.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, our presence here today underscores our commitment to our collective responsibility to combat the threat we face in the Gulf of Guinea. I am convinced that the quality of our frank discussions and well-intended decisions will draw us closer to achieving the goals of the Commission. Excellencies, I wish to express my profound gratitude to all of you for your time and participation in this important program. I am confident that our collective wisdom and resolve will yield tangible outcomes that will benefit our region and its people. May the Gulf of Guinea continue to be a beacon of hope and progress to Africa and the world. Together, we can build a future for peace, prosperity, and sustainable development.
Omensa na hene ene nunyamfo Mohammed Amin Adam odato dwa chirim se wo moyeka se MPP aban yekesikasam tutuya omabon wo mu ni bibia no ono mu ya adwena enyeyi sankrofo mu ne betuma kase bia omu mu abon ni tiete sane se so ka wiase amansa nyina ne oman bia sikasam na se wamfa amanone insensoma hodo eka ho ewo ho no antoto ho a na yesa wa wo kasa no krankasa no wonim se ne bubu oman ene sikasam tutuya fa.
The economy suffered as a result of COVID. The economy was growing at a very decent rate, average 7%. And so the 0.5% we recorded in 2020 could not be as a result of bad economic performance. It cannot be as a result of bad economic performance. Because if you look at the period when we did not have COVID, the economy was growing at average 7%. Then after COVID, in 2021, we picked up quickly, growing at 5.1%. From 0.5% to 5.1%. It was a very quick recovery because of the policies the government implemented. But again, in 2022, we face another problem. Russia-Ukraine war. Some people don't want us to mention COVID. They don't want us to even mention Russia-Ukraine war. But how can you assess the performance of an economy without taking into consideration external factors? Especially when you are talking about an open economy, small open economy. That is heavily dependent on external economies. We import heavily. Our forex is influenced by external sources. Inflation globally affects us. And so, for anybody who understands economy and economic management to suggest that don't talk about COVID, Don't talk about Russia-Ukraine war. Just talk about what you have done in Ghana. Then that person really is not assessing economic performance. That person is assessing something else, but not economic performance.
Na Ministry of Information Honorable Fatima Abubakar wo mu dwa wo mu boy ye efa eye omanpanini na aban enwuma wo maye no ene wo mu koda na di e kire wo man Ghana.
It has gotten to this time that we believe after 7.5 years of the mandate given to the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is now important that beyond the discussions, we bring you the updates, real-time updates as to the various projects that we've done in the municipalities and in the districts. This is the reason why, for us at the Ministry of Information, we deemed it very important that we collaborate with our key stakeholders and go to the various regional capitals and show what government has achieved over the period. After here, we will move to other regions. It's our intention that from now to 12 November 2024, we will go to every regional capital in the country, have conversations with the people in the languages that they understand.
We have 29 assemblies, 2 metros, Tema and Accra, 4 districts. We all know the Pukwase interchange, the 4th year that we drive going to Gan West on our way to Nsawam. We also know of the Boltema, either to School Junction and Maijo, through Boltema to connect to the motorway. You go to Lekma Road. Now, when you look at the Tema Beach Road, all the way from Tema, then to the Nungwa barrier where the interchange is ongoing, the Obechebilamte interchange, it's also progressing steadily and is all going to contribute to ease traffic congestion on that stretch. We have an asphalt overlay in La Nkwantana Medina, Ayawaso, Adentang, and Ablekuma. Akoteman Road, asphalted. Otano School Junction, Roman Reach, Soweto, and the Spinters Road interchange development. The University of Ghana Sports Complex. Then the Bolteman Complex. There are so many AstroTurf. When you go to Temamahia, and the educational complex. Kwabenya, we have a kindergarten school. New Century Technical Institute in Dansoman. Accra High STEM Center. Wager STEM Senior High. Machinery Institute at East Legon, and recently the Kayaye hosted complex that was used to throw them into employable skills in both in Medina and Ashaiman. And the housing infrastructure, a 32 units housing project for the police administration at Tessan. 320, yes, I said. But there was a big one, earlier one in Ga East for the police administration as part of the housing infrastructure for the security services.
Ewe yentwa ho na yenkwaja abofo nkrato se yeba yebedi nkomo se medi kan eka ye no yebeto aba na amanyofo no mu nsem omo kan ne de ekoba no eboa momen yetumi ato naba akọ wi asomdwe so a basabese bi antia na so ogyamom ensem kan bi no esi etumi hwe na yeka ho asem se ne be ya oman ebetumi akọ nanim ti yeba yebebi sasansem no omo kan no ye mini zenka de sana se eyagudie yeba esi